Django, Django.
You have now entered the lab with Elvis, Escobar, Fort Sama, episode 24. Shout out Kobe Bryant, R.I.P. What's going on with you, my brother? We got the Heat, Celtics on right now.
It's not looking good so far, but hey, it's only first quarter. It's okay. I'm feeling good, man. You know, got back from North Carolina Thursday.
How was that? Successful?
Thursday night? Yeah, man, it was good, bro. Like, everything that I did was awesome. Like, it was a work trip. I'm really digging everything that the company's talking about. It's still, up and coming company, only 400 employees. So there's a lot of room for growth, and I feel good, man. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, you have to. No matter what. Like in the beginning, especially when you're looking for a job, looking for an opportunity, drink it up. And then hopefully, you become more aware and then more less naive, and then you start learning what's bullshit and what's not, like we all been through. But we're recording this Monday night. Obviously, we got Celtics Heat, like we talked about. What is this, game 4?
Game 4, yes, sir.
Game 4. Miami Heat got a 2-1 series lead. I'm obviously decked out in this Panthers gear. Went to my first playoff game. Hasn't been good since I declared official Panthers fan. They haven't won a game, and they just gave up a goal just now as I'm saying that. So look at that. Look at the irony in all that timing. So not a good time, but hey, at the end of the day, I'm not out there playing. I'm just supporting. So more support shows them playing lesser than? Nah, I don't believe in that. Had a great time. Shout out Chris and Fabi and Bree. We went to a game 3, or what was that, game 2? Game 2. That was fun. Yeah. Lost last minute. Thought I was going to see my first opportunity to watch an overtime playoff game, and they scored with like 5 seconds left, 2 seconds left.
I heard about that, bro.
Dog,
that was not it.
You could hear, I'm telling you, if a baby was crying across the arena, I was able to hear it. That's how like dead silent it got. It was crazy, but great time. So basically, NBA full, Western Conference Finals, Eastern Conference Finals. Got some fun news to talk about, discuss. Don't forget, if you're watching this, if you have watched us before, definitely double check if you are subscribed, because a lot of people aren't that watch us, but they didn't know that they aren't subscribed because they don't have the account set up Google-wise. Follow us, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. Link in bio, whatever. You know the deal.
In bio.
If you listen to us, you listen to other podcasts that say the same fucking shit. So make sure you're doing your thing. What do you want to lead?
Sponsored.
What's up?
Unofficially sponsored.
You could say it.
BR
Bye.
Boys, Billionaires Row.
Yes, sir.
They got water. They got caviar. They got champagne. They're in Tootsie's. They're in everywhere.
Hard Rock, New York City.
Hard Rock. Oh, shit. Hey, New York now, too.
Damn, expansion.
That boy Patrick was with everybody, bro.
Right?
I'm scrolling through Instagram. I'm like, fuck. Like, yo, like, he's with everybody, bro. So shout out to them.
Big things coming.
Doing their thing. And, hopefully we just we hop on and just.
I love it. Hey.
So
we're still waiting for that email to come through.
For real. I just want the CC. That's it.
Absolutely. So what do you want to lead off? Obviously, we could touch on some Miami Heat stuff, but I'll let you control the beginning of the pod. What do you kind of want to touch on as far as news? Bro, what's going on in life?
So, life is good, but I kind of want to we didn't really even talk about this, and it kind of caught me off surprise because we're so ass backwards. You probably have no clue what I'm about to talk about, but hey.
I love that I don't know, so keep it going.
I've talked about it a little bit, but now that they added this and they denied this, it just got me thinking. So we're going to send $40 billion to Ukraine, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they presented a bill for $28 million that would help the baby formula shortage that we got going on in this country.
Yep.
And it was denied by a bunch of Republicans who are supposed to be super pro-life, and they're trying to
Allegedly.
they're trying to get rid of abortions, and they're making women have these babies, but they're so pro-life that they don't want to help out with the baby formula shortage. But nah, let's go ahead and send $40 billion over to across the world for whatever reason. It's just, I'm over here thinking like, bro, like, we got to take care of our own soil first. We got to take care of our own backyard first. We shouldn't be worrying about other people. Like, I don't care if they're in a war, bro. Like, worry about the babies, man. Like, that shit is so. I'm reading this, and it was 192 Republicans that voted against it. I'm like, yo, like, nah, this can't be real life. So I had to like search it and make sure. And sure enough, man, like, it ain't gonna pass.
Yeah, it doesn't add up like that. Whether it's political, like, Democrat, Republican, just it's sad that we can't even make things common sense and make it about human life, let alone we got to make it about an agenda. That's crazy. You sent me that article, whatever, about the baby formula, and then also about the huge abortion things. And I have my say on all this abortion talk is there's got to be other things that are more important than this. There have to be. Yes. Is it important? Absolutely. It is. Is it more important than the other things that we have to take care of? Absolutely not. It's not.
I just don't get it. I feel like we need to, like how sports franchises like do fire sales and wipe everyone off. Like every politician over the age of 50 just needs to like
retire, like, resign. Yeah.
Get out of here, bro. Like we're going to start new. And like, because dog, times change. Like this isn't the 1980s. This is the 1970s. Yep. Like some of these people are still in office from back then, and they're not going to get out of office because there are no laws or no kind of rules in place that get them out. And it all comes down to money. Like everything's money. Like it's not about votes. It's not about like any kind of
money.
Polls. None about that shit. Like it's all about money. And yeah, that really sucks because now we got baby formula shortage. I saw a meme that said we didn't have a baby formula shortage till men started having babies, and that shit was kind of funny. But bro, we gotta figure out what to do and take care of ourselves first, because Ukraine ain't gonna take care of us if something happens here.
So, no, I mean that's not even why we're doing it. It's like it's bigger than that. We're the big brother. We got to take care of things that we're not even involved in, but to keep the democracy of the world as much as possible. That's why we intervene all the time. And I'm glad as a podcast we touch on things, because it's like as things go on, as things make us feel like we need to talk about it, we touch on it. We're not going to dive and have a 30-minute podcast about it and go into every detail, but we'll at least touch. If you want to have a conversation, feel free to DM us. Look forward to other updates on other episodes, but we just like to touch on things, give our quick, synopsis about it. But yeah, it never adds up. And that's why my advice to everybody out there is just protect your own and make sure you're taking care of what you can control. Control your controllables, as you told me.
Sir.
You told me that like last year around this time, and I've never forgot it. And it's sometimes the most simple advice is the best advice. When you sent that to me, I've literally said it 10 times, and it's only been to you. Control your controllables. Sometimes I need that. Like, I'm getting too mad, I'm upset, I'm frustrated, and it's like, all right, remember.
That's that quarterback speak. That's that coach
for real.
Literally, like, I mean, like you said, it's simple advice. It sounds very, very easy and to the point, but sometimes we get ahead of ourselves and we start, like, thinking too ahead, and we got to stay in the present moment with everything. Like, and I mean, we can't control what these dudes are doing in Congress or whatever. We got to control our controllables and make sure that we set ourselves up for whatever's going to happen in the next few months, next year or whatnot. So
absolutely. When you have kids, teach your kids. Yep, 5 P's. Ooh, I like that.
5 P's, bro.
Yeah. Shit, 5 P's. I've been telling more people every single day. 5 P's. Trust me. Yeah. So, hey. You have to make sure you're doing your thing, and whatever is happening in this crazy world, It's always been crazy. We just find out about it when it happens. That's the only difference these days is we got a phone, we got Twitter. We find out exactly, with this monkeypox all of a sudden. People are sending it to me in group chats like, oh shit, this and that. It's like 5 people have it in the entire world. I told somebody, I was like, what's 5 divided by 1 billion? I was like, that's what this is. Like, it's nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I put it in perspective of like people die so all the time, every hour in a car crash, but we still get in cars, right? We still drive every day.
Planes.
We still got on planes, right? And it's like put it in perspective of like, stop worrying about what these things of COVID and monkeypox and all that stuff. It's like there's way better risk out there that you will die from than what is being reported in the news. Like, worry about yourself. Put a 10-2 on the steering wheel. Make sure you put your blinker on. Yep. And that's probably going to prevent you from dying more than fucking monkeypox.
Shit like that.
Exactly.
I'm saying, bro. It's people do too much, and like social media just blows everything out of proportion. But hey, I don't feed into that shit. I just
you can't. It'll make you crazy. It'll make you not want to go outside, right? Like a lot of these things, if you read them literal and you're only thinking about what you're reading and like don't have an opinion, you literally won't want to work, go outside, enjoy the fresh air because you think that's going to get you.
That's what they want, dog. Like, that's what it all is. They want us to conform to everything they say. They want us not to do anything. They want you to just, like, chill at your crib, not have any freedom of speech, not have any freedom of thought. Nothing, bro. Like not at all.
It's like, let us think for you. Don't think. Let us do
control, bro. And people, after centuries of government just running over people still out here trusting and believing the government has your best interest in mind.
Wow, that people still think like that.
No. It is what it is, man. I'm just like, that's why I just do my own thing, bro.
Have to. Let's see some other news stories that we can hit on fast. Usually at the end of the episode, we do some rapid fire news stories, but we'll do it in the beginning just to get us going, and then we'll jump into whatever major stories. So, real quick, Johnny Depp, Amber Heard, last week of the trial. It's on, speaking of dumb shit that we talk about, but guess what? We're in an entertainment podcast. We're going to talk about whatever's going on, just like everybody else. That's in the last week of the trial. That's been a shit show completely. What are we doing? I seen a tweet today that we spend more weeks talking about Amber Heard and Johnny Depp than we have the 10 or 11 people that died in Buffalo. You know what I mean? It's like shit like that puts it all in perspective. Wild, but thought I'd mention it.
I haven't really been paying attention to it.
Nah, me neither. I stopped paying attention. After the poop thing, and then like I seen a couple things, it was like, all right, this thing is trying to get them like more money, so let me not even partake in any of this wildness, this foolery. Rihanna, ASAP had their baby.
Oh, word?
Yep. Thought I'd bring that up to you.
Good for them.
J. Cole. Yeah, congrats. Yeah. Let's see. That's an interesting couple, but hey, I like them both individually. J. Cole is playing again professionally in Canada, the Canadian League. Shout out J. Cole getting that fucking deal. He played in the an African league. What was that? 2 years ago. Putting up decent numbers. Nothing crazy. Not making an all-star appearance, but he's definitely holding it on, taking it serious. He could hoop.
Shit, he probably would have got a bucket in the first quarter on Miami right now. The way this game started off. Fuck.
Shit, he definitely would have gotten a bucket. Shout out J. Cole. Gunna gets his bail denied and has a hearing for 2023 of January. So that man's going to be in jail or prison, whatever the terminology is, right? Talk about it.
6 months, bro. That's fucked up, bro. Like,
wild.
I saw that and I was like, dude, like people do way worse shit or allegedly. And get bail. Like, you couldn't even put this man on house arrest. Like,
yeah, that's interesting. That like, it's not. Yeah, how many white collar crimes? I mean, this isn't a super white collar crime because they're saying people died or whatever. But I mean, let's just have the conversation of like how many white collar crimes do you see that they deprive money, they take away money from all this stuff, millions, not even thousands, millions of dollars, and they never spent more than a day or two in jail. They are in house arrest the whole time. And then they wind up getting no real jail time. So it's crazy how the turntables always turn in the non-favor of the minorities and the rap artists. Some of it's self-inflicted. Hey, you out the hood, stay out the hood, bruh.
That's what I'm saying, man.
You over here talking this $1 million talk, and you still acting like what you were 10 years ago. Like that's foolish by itself. So that's why a part of me, I like to bring up like what you just said. Like, damn, that's fucked up as far as the legal system. But when you take all that away, it's like you put yourself in this situation, bro. Like you know you don't have to be involved in this. Jay-Z was one of those rappers that he became Jay-Z. Why? The moment he got out the streets, guess what Jay-Z stopped doing?
Stayed out
being in the streets. And probably back in the day, and we were too young to know, but in the late 90s and early 2000s, maybe he was called like a punk for not going back and supporting all that. But I'm sure it was like street talk, like not on Twitter or anything because it wasn't around.
Billionaire.
Well, that's why.
Billionaire.
He did what he needed to do like everybody else should do, and he got out, and then he moved forward. So Gunna, Young Thug, YSL, you gonna get exactly what you deserve. If you fucked up, you fucked up. And I'll still bump your music, whatever. We still all bump R. Kelly and Michael Jackson. So they've done worse shit. So allegedly. We want to stay bipartisan in all this. Did you see that news article that came out after we recorded episode 23 was StockX and Nike?
Oh, yeah, I did see that. Bro, why is Nike buying shoes from StockX? Like, you're fucking Nike, bro. Like,
obviously, they did it to... Obviously, they're doing their competition at the end of the day. So, I mean, in a way, competition. Because if they sell out of 1,000 pairs, they sell out of 1,000 pairs. They can't recreate. But I'm sure they, as a corporation, as an industry, they have the right to do their due diligence by making sure other companies out there are representing their brand, and they are, because StockX does represent Nike. They represent a lot of brands, but they also represent Nike. So if a customer buys a fake pair of Jordan 1s from StockX and finds out that it's fake, who are they going to blame? StockX, yes, but also Nike. So it's crazy. So the article came out that Nike bought 4 pairs of Nikes or whatever from StockX, and I don't know. See, I don't know if they purchased 100 and 4 of them were fake, but anyway, if one is fake, that should be enough, because StockX is a secondary market. Basically, if you people don't know, aren't into sneakers, you buy sneakers, they sell out, you have nowhere to go, you have to go to secondary market. StockX is that next step you go to. Retails for 100, you're gonna have to buy it for 180, 200, and if it's a real deal limited, you're gonna have to buy it for several $100. But when you buy from StockX, you're getting 100% the real deal from Nike, from whatever.
They give you that.
They verify
tag.
it.
Some motherfuckers keep that tag on there, which is fucking weird. I don't know why you.
Yeah, I don't agree with keeping tags. I used to do that when I was younger, but not anymore.
Yeah, no. I think Tyler Hero pulled up to game 1 with tag still on his clothes, but
the only thing I keep on is when I buy like a cap, the underneath,
the sticker,
it might have the MLB like legit, like authentic. I'll keep that on. But back in the day when I was like
everyone kept the
14,
the
15
hat stickers.
Yeah, that was the thing, and I don't know.
After like 4 years, and you got the fucking circle on there.
In New York, that was a big thing. You kept all stickers on in New York. That was a thing. I don't know how it was everywhere else, but. So that's a big deal, because StockX is big. It's grown. I've not only bought sneakers from StockX, but I've sold sneakers on StockX. So, how it works is basically they get a bunch of sneakers and they have the real sneaker and they have whatever comes in. They literally analyze it as like a scientist, I assume. So maybe they got, lazy lately. They blew up. They got too big for themselves, but they ain't a lot of trouble. You fuck with Nike and their money and their legitimacy, woo, that's $1 billion company, boy. Don't fuck, and StockX ain't billions.
That stock X pack going up, man.
Yeah, that's I wanted to mention that because I had it on the list last week, but we didn't get to it. And then as far as UFO, they had like a Senate or a hearing last week. Did you see that? They had. I know a lot of people I talked to, like Ben, AP, really big into UFOs and aliens, and I've gotten into it since listening to the JRE, Joe Rogan Experience. But they had a hearing because a lot of like over the last previous to the last 5 years, government always denied any existence of aliens. Like Area 51, all that shit. They would never directly admit that any alien activity. And then over the years, more evidence came out. People started speaking. People started doing legit interviews with scientists that worked in Area 51 or some of the plants. But basically, it's coming out that every year we're talking about it more, and the government's finally slowly but surely admitting the fact that they have evidence of it. They're aware of it. It exists. And they're doing it very methodically and slowly because they don't want to freak us out, I guess. And also they don't want
freaking out about COVID. Imagine monkeypox.
Yeah.
Imagine if we found out, like there's UFOs and shit all over, bro.
Like, wait, I gotta go to work at 9 a.m. Should I not go to work because aliens exist? Like, does it really matter? Like, America and the world. I would say more America because we're the fucking working bee economy of the world. It's like they don't want you to know that aliens exist so you don't stop working and live life basically. Like, none of this shit matters anyway. We're really not. You think the government's in control? Government's a fucking pawn in all this shit. And it's true, probably, most likely. But that was something that came up that I wanted to throw out.
I didn't hear about that, but I did hear about the sinkhole that they found in China that had a forest. I don't know if you've seen that. Like,
nah, tell me about it.
It's a 630-foot sinkhole in China, and there's like a ancient like forest world down there. Like, that shit was crazy, bro. Like, read that shit. Like,
so you go in the sinkhole, 630 feet, and then there's another where it lands or where the surface. It's a whole nother life of wilderness and trees and growing. Send that to me if you can, because that's wild. And you got to be careful what you read out of these communist governments because I mean you should always not believe it, but communist, like they say in North Korea, that president back in the day, when he first played golf, he had like 13 hole-in-ones, so you can't really believe anything. Yeah, okay, buddy, I could golf for the next 70 years and not get one. Relax. Yeah, send that to me. But let's talk some basketball. Why not? Hoops.
Shout out Luka Doncic some help.
Yeah, talk about that a little bit. You've been talking a lot in group chats about Doncic, about the Mavs and all that. I'll take a backseat to this one. So,
look, man, I really thought that after the Mavs pulled up that series victory against the Suns, I really thought they had a chance. But bro, the Warriors, man, they're good as fuck, man. Like, Andrew Wiggins is playing like the first round pick that he is. He's really stepping up and playing well. But Luka can only do so much. I mean, yeah, he's got like Jalen Brunson helping him out, and they live and die by the three though. If those 3-point shots are not going in, it's very tough for them to pull off a dub. But bro, Luka is a 30-point, 10 assist, 10 rebound guy every night. And just how he does it, I don't know. This dude is just so unorthodox, so just different than everyone else. They need to go and sign a big. Go get DeAndre Ayton. Mark Cuban got the money. They'll pay what they got to pay. But Steph Curry is playing like Steph Curry. Poole is playing well. Like, that Golden State team is back to where they were, and it's been crazy to watch them, like how they were, their championships pre-KD, their championships during KD, and then now. Like, Like if they make the finals, Clay's going to make the finals in 6 of his 9 seasons. Like that's insane stat. And
That's fucking
they
nuts.
drafted. It's all done through drafting. I mean, the major thing that they did was sign KD a few years back,
Yep.
but every team does that. So
100%.
they've been good for the last 10 years, and that series has been fun to watch. The Mavs blew it game 2, and it's not easy to win in Golden State, bro. It's not easy to win in San Fran. Like, you got to really have everything go for you to get a dub.
Yeah, man, that series has been wild. The fact that, the quality of basketball has been there, yet, the Mavs haven't gotten a win just speaks volumes about the Warriors as an organization, about a dynasty, over the last 8 years. But the future is the now is the Warriors, the future is the Mavs and Doncic as long as he's there, obviously. And we're spoiled. We're spoiled. If you love the game of basketball, if you've played it growing up, you play it now, or you just love everything about the game on the court, off the court, we're in a great place.
Yeah, the game
with the Doncic's, with the Trae Youngs, we got a mix of players that come from different backgrounds, foreign, domestic, white, black, like short, tall, like can handle the rock, can like you know what I mean? We got it all. We got it all. Like we're spoiled as fuck right now as a league.
Yeah, I mean, just watching this Heat series, like Jason Tatum, even though he had a bad game 3, like that dude is a pure hooper. Jaylen Brown, like when he gets going, he's tough to stop. I mean, just watching Luka I watch Luka like I watch Heat games. I just love watching that dude hoop. Like, I mean, Ja Morant, like the future of basketball is it right now. Like, these next 5 years is really going to show who's who and who's going to take that seat on the throne. And I mean, I don't know, man. The last like 20 years of basketball have been great. Like, I can't complain.
Yeah, the next 3 years, 3 to 5 years, you're gonna have LeBron not in the league. You're gonna have KD not in the league, and that's 2 of the all-time greats. So like, every decade there's 2 or 3. Obviously, Kobe retired. Then it was LeBron's official put him as the face. And then now we're turning the page where it's like, of course it's going to be Curry, and he's got a long life because he could shoot. So that's never really going to go away. So he could be in the league for a very long time as long as he stays healthy. But we're at that next page where the NBA is going to look for a new face. Obviously, Giannis is that. Jokic. Nope. Jokic with those MVPs. Jokic hasn't hit that personality of like becoming a marketable person. He just hasn't. No. Giannis has, and he hasn't. Yeah. We'll see, but NBA's in a great place. So just to recap it, Golden State as of Monday night up 3-0. Hey, maybe Mavs squeak out a win just to make things interesting and make it fun, more basketball. I'll never deny more basketball, No, more games is better. Let it go. I don't want a team to sweep just for less entertainment. Like, I want it to go 5-6 games, even if the other team wins, no matter what. It's entertaining for me. It has me watching something.
Game 4, that shit's over in 5, though.
Of course.
They're not going back to Golden State and winning game 5 there.
Yeah, 100%. That's over. And then, obviously, Heat are up 2-1 in Boston, but right now they're down 15 with 4 minutes to go in the second. So that covers up and wraps up basketball. Let's see what shout out Rob and the Orlando Magic getting the number 1 pick in the draft. I had a feeling I was going to text him that day or say something in the chat that I felt it. Once I seen, because I was reminded, I didn't even know what was going on. It was like, the NBA drafts today or the lottery. I was like, I feel like the Orlando Magic are due for a first overall pick.
Yeah, it definitely needed to happen. It's good.
They got talent. City. They've been racking up talent.
So,
shout out OKC too, because they got 91 first-round picks over the next decade.
Bro, they better turn it up.
Oh, they will. Come on.
They have to. They got no other choice.
You know they will. They're great. If you get an organization, if you gave the New York Knicks half of the picks that they have, they still wouldn't produce an all-star. Like it
The
just
Knicks are cursed, bro.
it's an organization thing. It's a how you draft, how you look at things. Like I said in other podcasts that people didn't know this quote existed. The fish stinks from the head down. And guess what? The head is at the top, which is fucking Dolan that owns the Rangers, MSG, and the Knicks. And you could tell bad owners hire bad management and hire
Oladipo!
bad players. That's how it is.
Oladipo's hooping right now. He's got 16. Oladipo got 16 off the bench. Ew. Orlando Magic legend.
Ooh, good point. Saban and I thought this was cool. I don't pay attention to college football, but because I watch Pat McAfee and shit and they talk football, but Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher had that beef. You see anything about that? That was pretty entertaining.
Nick Saban needs to shut up, bro.
It's a bunch of whites going at it about things that they're both
This,
privileged in the sport, but it's
this
funny to
dude
watch them go at it.
is over here complaining about Jackson State and Deion Sanders. Like, bro, get over yourself, dog. Like, you telling me that Alabama players come from wherever? You telling me Tua is going to leave Hawaii and go live in Tuscaloosa without getting paid? They brought his whole family over.
They did.
Bro,
They did, right?
What? And then you get these dudes from who knows where, and then all of a sudden the next day they got a Dodge Charger, Scat Pack, $50,000 car. They got Camaros.
That story of
got
LeBron
Corvettes.
James, by the way, I'm sure it was national news, but Drew always reminds me where when he got that Hummer, he just went to the bank and he didn't have much money to his name. I'm sure he had some money under the table, but let's assume he didn't, buying a car probably in cash or whatever, like trying to buy a credit loan. It was just like, I'm LeBron James. All you got to do is show a newspaper at that point, right? If you're in the city of Akron, you're trying to get a whip, you're just like, I'm LeBron James. This is my contract. I'm going to go number one. And that's how LeBron James basically got a Hummer. Shut up, LB.
Yeah,
Shut up, Akron.
Nick Saban needs to shut his mouth and just like recruit and coach football. And
That was wild
for him to say stuff that he needed to say.
My man Jimbo Fisher, though, came out and was like, he was emotional about it. He was like, oh,
yeah.
That man got skeletons in his closet. Go ahead and check him.
He was like, I know about them. Like,
no, I love that because the story is that Jimbo Fisher, head coach of Texas A&M, right? And then obviously Nick Saban at Alabama. They were on the same team, coached on the same team, won national titles, and then he branched off and went elsewhere. And imagine me and you being, I'm trying to relate it to something, but like imagine me and you doing this podcast, right? We are successful. You go do a podcast, I go do a podcast separate. And then on your new podcast, you start calling me out for things that I'm doing, allegedly, whether it's true or not. Think about it. And I'm saying you have a fan base, you have a base. So like millions of people are going to listen to what you're saying and millions of people are going to listen to me. And imagine you going on a new podcast being like, nah, the way Ray gets his viewers is this way. And he knows these. If I hear that, I'm jumping on the pod the next day or the same day and going, you know what? You should hear about this dude Fort.
This man was doing the same shit.
This motherfucker's a bitch. Like, you're not just getting away with that. Like, there's no way. You started that shit, and I hope to end it or finish you off. That's how I felt. Like, I can relate to that. Like, I won't voluntarily or unsolicited talk shit about people like as open as they did. But once you open that door, I'm not closing it. I'm keeping that shit wide open. I'm fucking kicking it open.
Yeah.
I thought that was it.
Jimbo used to be FSU's head coach, and, I fuck FSU, and I hate FSU. But I always liked Jimbo and how he talked and how he carried himself. He's a professional, and I'm glad that he did that because Nick Saban is always held to this, like, standard and talked about in college football like he's a god. Like, I guess, yeah, like coaching football wise, but you can't
relax.
Bro, like, why are you worried about Deion
A
Sanders
god? I already told you I was. A god!
Like fucking Jackson State, bro. Like, what are we doing here? You're Alabama, bro.
Shout out Deion.
Alabama. and you're
Yeah,
worried
you don't
about
you
Jackson's
you could
fate.
pay nobody or you could have no commercials. You could go out and not recruit a single soul physically and you could still have top 5 recruiting like easily.
Bro,
Relax, B.
like
Sit
you're
your ass
you're
down.
you're the Apple. You're Apple like for phones. You're the iPhone,
Yep.
and you're
People are
worried
buying you
about
only because they only know about you
yeah, and you're
basically.
worried about LG phones. Like, nah, bro. Like, what are we doing here? Nah,
Wild.
dude. Just like
What we talking about? We talking about practice?
practice, not the game, not the game. Dog, I need the Heat to start hitting some threes, or I'm
Yeah,
gonna jump
halftime
off
will
my
be a good
balcony.
reset. We'll get off this podcast before we even hit the halftime, so that's good. So we could both lock in. Shout out Roma on Wednesday. They play their final. You know, in Europe in soccer, they have like the Europe. They have the Champions League, which Real Madrid and Liverpool will play this Sunday. Shout out Mike again. You know, bruv, shake hands on that.
Bruv,
We'll chat during
bruv,
the game.
TB.
I'm gonna yeah, we're gonna have a party at the crib. I'm gonna get the projector out. We haven't brought we've owned a projector for like 2 years and we haven't brought it out. So
You
I was
never
at
used
another
it?
I was at another party the other day and I was like, what the fuck? Bree brought like a karaoke machine today at like
Of
5
course you
p.m. It
did.
got here. It got here in 5 hours from Amazon. Shout out, you know
What?
all that. Yeah, she ordered it at no. She ordered. I'm not even gonna lie. Literal. She ordered it at 2:33 and it came at 9 p.m. 8:30. So that just to show you.
That's
Yeah.
bro.
Amazon,
That's
man.
crazy.
Didn't have to leave the crib. Amazon Prime got it for free, all that shit. Yeah, so, yeah, Roma plays on Wednesday. Shout out Mo and TT. I'll be in appearance. I got my, ooh, let me show this off for them. They'll like that. Maurice went to Rome last month. Brought home this. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, so I
That's
love the
fire.
logo, dude. This logo is one of the best in sports. It's like clean, it's a wolf, and it's classy, it's dope. So I'll be in the building for Roma on Wednesday, and then Real Madrid, Liverpool. That'll be fun. But that's you know, other than a couple other things, what do you got on your side of the
I
lab
was
over
gonna
there?
say something, but it totally like slipped my mind. I forget what I was just on, bro.
Oh my God! Hold up, pause. Lowry, Strauss, Tucker, and Butler 0 points. Bam with
Yeah.
3 in the starting line. What?
Yeah, Oladipo
Oh, that's
got
not good.
15. No, it's not good at all. Which is why like I'm stressing, but at the same time I'm like
No, that's bad. Like
it's so bad.
Like
But
has a team ever got to the finals with a stat that ever looked like you know what I mean? You
dude,
know when they
it
pull
was
out these stats like no team has ever made it to the
yeah,
finals or won it.
yeah.
Like that is a crazy stat.
They had there was a stat that was no we had no field goals in like the first 7 minutes and it was like the longest playoff team since like 2009 or some shit like that with no field goals. Like we started off bad, bro. Kyle Lowry, bang!
There you go.
Finally,
Bang.
about time. Yo, the other night when Max Strus hit
Get
that
this
three,
within 20, you're good. Get this within 20.
when
Oh,
Max,
yeah.
when Strus hit that three, when it was 93-92 and he hit that three to go up four, bro, I screamed bang so freaking loud. Like I immediately thought of you, of course. And then I'm like, yo, if Mike Breen would have heard me right now, he would have been so proud. He would have been like
You'd
a
have been
proud
like,
dad.
shout out.
Like that was so perfect. Like that needed to happen.
I love it.
Disclaimer: I got Heat +7. I got Heat money line, and I got PJ Tucker over 1.5 threes. So I need some shit to happen in the second half, or like I'm gonna be cooked.
You need a lot going on.
This is not good. Scott Foster, get it together, please, please.
Scott Foster. That's funny.
Yo, someone take Jack Harlow and give me back Gunna, bro. Like, come on, dog.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know, man. I really don't know. I'm still bumping the Kendrick album. Still bumping
Yep.
that. I went back, listened to Pimp a Butterfly today and Damn today, and man, I gotta say, they're good albums. I gotta go back, give it another listen. But we were just building machines today, building cabinets at work, like putting in the printers, putting in the bill acceptors, putting in the boards, shit like that. So I'm to myself on that shit. So I just put in my AirPods and just
Love it.
do what I got to do. I don't got to deal with people coming in and saying they forgot their Uber password. People coming in saying they don't know the passcode on their phone. They don't know why the brightness is so low on their phone. They don't know their Apple ID. People coming
Dog,
in just on some bullshit.
your
So,
stories were always amazing
bro, like
about
I got
working at
man,
Verizon.
man, what is going on right now, bro? This is so bad.
22, that's not bad. You guys should be down fucking 40.
You just and the thing is, we're just missing shots. We're
Let me
just
be
missing shots.
honest.
Like these shots are not going in. So
I think
I
they're
hope
about to lose to the Orioles. Oh my god, sports suck. I'm not a fan of sports. Who likes sports?
Orioles.
This shit's dumb.
Yeah, man. I'm so invested, man. Like it's. What was I gonna say, bro? I was gonna say something, dude. I hate that shit. I hate that shit.
What? Forget it. What
Oh
you talking about?
fuck.
Lay off the weed, bro.
Lay off the damn weed.
All right. I got a couple things. Let's see. Do. Still got to see Doctor Strange in the matinee.
Yeah,
Maybe
me
this
too.
week. Shout out.
Me too, man. Me too.
Moon Knight. Oh, this is one thing I mentioned a couple episodes. I watched Moon Knight on Disney. It's funny because obviously Disney been coming out with a lot of superhero, as far as Marvel like series, and they have She-Hulk coming out. And bruh, we won't even get into because it's a woman. Because it's, I saw that trailer and that shit's garbage. And for as long as you know me, I don't call many things garbage right off rip. And that shit is trash. Throw it away. It's to the point where I support most things Marvel or everything Marvel just because it's entertainment. I will not be hitting play on any episodes because I need to let them know that this
Is it
shit
a
is
show or a
trash.
movie?
It's a show. It's
Oh,
She-Hulk.
boy.
She's a lawyer that is also Hulk, and she's is bad.
Yo, call a foul.
It's bad news. But I did watch Moon Knight, which was a great. I think you should watch it.
I gotta finish it. I started watching it.
Oh, you did? It gets, bro.
I,
It gets very good because it. First of all, it gets trippy. So there's 6 episodes. We banged out all six last night. Literally started at 9 p.m. and watched all 6.
fourth one or something.
Yeah, we watched all. No, actually, we started around like probably 6 or 7, and we banged out all 6. It goes away from the superhero aspect into like, what the fuck am I watching? Into, oh shit, this is a psychological fucking
Yeah.
cinema. Yeah. So continue to watch it. Moon Knight definitely recommended. But that's basically it I got on mine. All right. Wrapping up this episode 24. Boston's
Shout out to
up
Kourtney Kardashian.
57-33.
Travis
Oh
Barker.
yeah. Oh Jesus Christ.
Man, what? That's relationship goals right there, bro.
Stop
Her
it.
veil,
Stop being a thought.
had his head tattooed, bro.
That's
Like,
love, right?
come
That's
on.
love.
God, that is love right there. Like,
I'm-
if my
I'm
girl
waiting.
don't got my head tattoo on her veil, I don't want it. I don't fucking want it.
Why can't I find a man that gets a head tattoo so I can put it on my wedding gown? Why?
Bro, dude.
That's love. Why can't I have that? Fuck.
Nah, bro. Like,
People are fucking lost in the sauce. And the sauce is bland as fuck.
I'm saying that sauce don't got no seasoning, nothing.
No
like,
seasoning.
bro. Just look, man.
Leave us off with something. Go ahead.
Just save your money, bro. Just save your money.
You never know what comes.
Look,
Pause.
just try and start a business. Try and start something. Like LLC is only a few $100, okay? And even just having an LLC, and I sound like LLC Twitter right now, but I promise I'm not doing that. Even just having that, like you could just make a bank account. So many write-offs. You can go to dinner, write that shit off. It's a business expense. I can't just write that shit off. Do what you gotta do, man. Because I said this on the utility players. Recession's coming, bro. That shit's coming. The housing market, that shit. bro. If y'all haven't watched The Big Short, watch that shit. Fucking
Yeah, I gotta
amazing
rewatch it.
movie.
I watch
That
it.
shit is great.
I watch
Great
it 2 or 3
characters,
times, and every time I
great
watch it, I
actors.
learn something new.
Yeah,
Great
it's
actors, phenomenal.
Great actors, bro. It's got everyone in that shit. And I finished Winning Time.
Oh, I gotta finish that.
Really
I gotta
good.
I gotta
Really
finish
good.
that ASAP.
But Monty Jones' show is still good. But no, man, I'm just doing the same old shit. Like I gotta really like turn it up to like 180% here in the next few months. But I'm on my grind, bro. Like all I do is work out, sleep when I can, eat,
Repeat.
and just I mean, I'm just locked in, bro. Like I don't do anything else. Like I tell myself sometimes, like Friday nights will come, Saturday nights will come, and I'll be like, yo, I'm gonna go out tonight. I'm gonna step out onto the town and see what's up here in Savannah,
Step
Georgia.
out in the town. Check you out,
And
Dougie.
I take a shower.
Take a
I
shit.
start. I put on my boxers, put on my socks,
Sit
and then
there,
I sit in my
sipping
sit
on a
in my
white
gaming
wine.
chair. Yeah, a little white wine, and then I'm like, you know what, bro? Nah, I'm gonna stay at the crib. Like, I'm just so washed right now. It's bad. It's bad.
I'm a
but,
big homebody. You know me.
shit, bro.
I stay home.
Big UFC
That's what-
is coming up.
Yep. Talk to him.
I'm excited. Glover Teixeira is going to try and defend his belt. That's the next pay-per-view. And then 4th of July weekend is Adesanya, Jared Cannonier, Max Holloway, Volkanovski's
Ooh.
fighting again. Valentina Shevchenko's fighting soon. Like, we got some good ass shit coming up. I'm just excited. It was Bruce Buffer's birthday the other day. Man is the GOAT. Man is the legend. Triple G Canelo again.
Ooh,
Like,
yep.
got some
Oh,
good
we
stuff
got
coming up.
Pena
Oh
and
yeah, Nunes.
Nunes. Fire. Obviously,
Yeah.
for the record, again, I like Pena's face, not Nunes' face. You know what I mean? Just to clarify.
No disrespect. No disrespect.
No disrespect, but you know, in this world of not having a prejudice, I'm a little prejudiced. You know what I mean? I have a preference and what I like, and it's not the other. But she's cool. Shout out. Former champion. But yeah, let's wrap up this 24 actually. 24.
24.
We've been
bro.
trying to give
coming up on 25.
yeah, we'll do something big for that because next week we have a week. Now that I've been home for a week, I've gotten kind of back into my focus physically, mentally. I know you're doing similar thing where you're kind of work, traveling. So I think 25. Let's talk all week and do something nice. Let's do something fun,
If you listen to
upbeat,
us,
maybe different.
if you listen to us, I said this last time. I've said this before. If you listen to us and you got a business, you got whatever
Shit
like,
going on.
content that you create. If you making OnlyFans, if you fucking taking photography, if you making videos, if you an artist, if you a designer, if you a rapper, if you a singer,
OnlyFans.
if you OnlyFans, like
Yeah.
like DM us, like just come on, like I mean shit, like we get views too.
No, we have a
And
lot
we
of
do it
people
for
though.
free.
Not to hype us up, but we got at least 8 people in the queue that want to hop on. At least
Yeah.
8 that asked without us asking.
All
So
about time.
and we
But
so
like if you got an OnlyFans, like we'll bump you up, like no problem. just send that free trial.
yeah, there's priorities. You know what I mean? We're a business. We're not making money, but we're a business. We're a startup.
You got that
But,
into the lab LLC.
Might have to
before
start
the game,
doing some write-ups.
Stephen A. Smith said the Heat were going to be against the refs. We weren't going to get any calls, and everyone fucking agreed. That's some goddamn bullshit.
All right. Well, Panthers are down 1-0 in a power play with 2 minutes to go. They got 2 minutes on the power play. Let's sign this off. Episode 24. Elvis Escobar, Fort Sama. Enter the lab. Exit the lab. Peace.